All right. What's going on, guys? Juju here. Back again. I know last time we had a bit of a laggy stream, and I think we got it all worked out this time. So I'm joined by my counterpart Egor Krivorotov and George Mironov, better known as Georgie. And I'll give them just kind of a minute or two to, well, tell you kind of what they do here on the Caliber team. Igor, you want to take it away?
Okay, I'm just community manager, like the Nick here. So I'm just more about the Russian guys, talking with them, making the streams for the Russian guys. So just what Nick do, I'm doing the same.
Hello, I'm George. I'm a game designer. Previously, I did missions for Caliber, and I'm working on economy, operators, events for you, and so on.
So basically, anything you guys don't like or you do like, it's George. So we are so happy you guys are here with us. We have an absolutely massive update. This is as long as I've been on the project, this is the biggest update that I've ever seen or been a part of. So I know not just myself is excited, the team's excited, and I know just from the comments I've seen a lot of you guys are really excited to kind of dig in to the nitty gritty, and we'll just kind of a quick synopsis of what we're going to talk about is the change to operator progression is going from linear to non-linear. You kind of have some choices going into that now. The removal of resources is an absolutely massive one. Um, there's brand new tasks on the daily, weekly. We'll get into some, legendary outfits are going to have some different benefits and things. You can turn boosters on and off now. There's all kinds of stuff in this update, so we'll go ahead and dig right into it. I'm gonna jump in with um, myself and Igor first, and we're gonna talk a little bit about. Let me pull this up here. First, we're going to talk about training mode. This is kind of a long-awaited thing that people have been really asking for, and I know as a gamer, I've never really seen it done in any game that I can think of, AAA wise, where you can kind of take an operator on a trial run before you buy it. So, um, Igor's going to let us know a little bit about like how do we kind of come down this pathway of, putting this trial mode in, and how do we get here?
So like the story actually they're pretty simple and pretty complicated at the same time, but let's do it the simple way. Actually, we have the feedback from players. They're telling us like it's hard for them to choose the operators, not because like the problem is you're not buying the operator, you don't know what he's gonna do. Like you can saw the videos, you can read some guides, but you want to put your teeth in it. So yes, the player asked it to give the opportunity to try the operator without buying it, and we fulfilled this request. It will be possible to try the operator in the training mode for free. Only in training mode. You can't play in showdown or make hacking on PvE modes. Only in training. But it will possible to play with friends. Team up and just jump in with the operators you don't have. You're going in training mode and just try them like how can I play them, maybe some tactics and so on and so on.
Now, are these operators when you try them in the trial mode, are they fully equipped out?
Yes,
Okay.
if in the testing mode, the operator will be available in, let's call it state of level 15 with pre-selected improvements. You can use operator in test mode with only those improvements that we devs have previously selected.
Okay.
Guys, so experiments with the operator in new progression, it's only be available on the operator you have. So the just testing mode is more like the let's call it default settings on the operator, and you can understand like there is the Volk, it's the Volk, or maybe kind of Bourbon, it's a Bourbon. So the default settings.
Okay. I'm excited about that because I think a lot of people have bought Archer in the past, not knowing what Archer can do, and then they're kind of upset with themselves. So this hopefully should put a little bit of an end to that. You can't complain if you got to try him now. We're
Yeah,
also
yeah.
going to jump into Another big change was the removal of reserves as we know it. For those of you that have been playing Caliber for a long time, you know you just spam up on reserves. And me personally, I always had like, oh man, I don't even know, 100 plus, stems and plates on me just at any given time, just because I like to run around the map, and my guy's like a junkie. Just, I mean, every chance I get, I'm just popping the stem in. So now there is a base of 10 and 10. I know the numbers don't show that, and we will get into that, but yeah, you can pick either your med kit or your stim like you're used to. And then you have your plates, your ammo, and then we've also left in the from one of the events, the armor bags and ammo boxes. Um, but you can only take in a limited number. So what is kind of like I know for a lot of the Western audience, it was kind of a hot button topic. They thought it was like pay to win in a sense, whoever has the most stems or medkits kind of thing. So kind of like the trial mode. How did we get to this point, and like why do we make this change, and why do we think it's better overall for the meta and players?
So, like, let's start with the general. We are rethinking the economy of the game in general, and one of the elements of the new economy will be the fact that the players, you no longer needs to buy reserves. Like right now, before 0.18, you need to buy reserves, then spend them in the battle, then again coming from the battle, see what you gonna, like, how much credits you take, and then spend the credits again on the reserves. So right now, you after release of 0.018, so you don't need to buy them anymore. It's gonna be free. But how Nick said earlier, you just locked with the number of them on the battle. So actually the idea of that, the first one is the economy. You don't need to spend the credits you want to spend on the operator or progression of the operator. So right now you just choose the reserve you want and just play with your tactics, with your build, so on so on. So we decided to remove the need to buy reserves in order to let's call it untie the fight from the economy, and at the same time equalize the players in a battle, because as we know, the players will have the difficulties, and sometimes like the player with the low amount of the credits, they go into the battle, and there is some situation like the teammates calling, guy, you need to heal himself because like use your reserve, but he's just telling, no, I don't have the credits, I don't buy it. So right now there is no be such excuse like that. All the operators will have some kind of healing system in one way or another. And at the same time, the player, if we got in the situation like 1 versus 1, the player with a big amount of credits, a big amount of reserves, will have like, let's call it, the opportunity, the perspective to win more than the guy with no reserves. So right now there is problem no ever exists anymore. So you have the point. But at the same time, we gather the data, we talk with the players who playing the game modes, especially PvP much, and love them. We talk with them, and we're trying to create the new system when, yes, you have the reserves, but you need to think when you're using it. Like there's no like, I will just use it on cooldown. When they got from off cooldown, I will use it again. No, you need to think. It's more like the tactical side of the game too. You need to think where you can use, and we need to use your reserve. But at the same time, don't be afraid of like the numbers you're seeing like right now on your screen, because like 10, it's more like testing feature. Like right now, we're just working on numbers. For example, yes, it's gonna be like 10, a little bit more maybe reserves on the release of 0.18. But if you have like problem with that, if you do in the battle, you will have this like hunger of the reserve in the end, just give us a call, just send us a message like, guys, there is no much reserves, we need more. So we just gather the data, analyze it, and we will take some maybe kind of improvements of this system give you, for example, more reserves or upgrade number of the reserves you can acquire through the new progress system or maybe through skills and so on. So be be welcome to send this information about your experience in a game with new system. It's no big problem.
Yeah, always feel free to give us your feedback. It gets read, listened to, sent off to the dev team. So I know the only thing I'm personally scared of is ranked mode, because I know ranked sometimes can turn into these like long drawn out battle fests. But I'm interested to see how it plays out, and I know that the main goal behind it is to kind of equalize, put all players on a level playing field, so that I'm not running in
Yeah,
with 100 stims and somebody's got none kind of thing. So definitely, I think a good change for the overall health and balance of the game. But we're gonna jump a little bit into want to jump into here next. Let's jump actually into, because it's gonna kind of cascade. We're gonna jump into the economy here with George, and this is gonna kind of cascade into. Let me switch over to Georgie here. There we go. It's gonna cascade into a lot of things. Most of this update is based around the change in economy, with the removal of resources slash materials, and that goes from everything from credit gain to the reserves we just talked about to weekly, daily tasks. So there's just a lot to kind of unpack, and so that's why we brought George here as part of the design team to just give us a little insight on um, the thought process, and where we think this is going, how it's going to affect the game, our players, and again, this is the first go at it. If it still needs some work, again, feel free to give us your feedback, and we'll always take that into account. So, Georgie's here with me, and yeah, let's talk about the big thing here. If you look up top, there are no purple, blue, green, all kinds of stuff. It's just gone. Um,
Yeah, first of all, resources are gone, and you actually don't need them for upgrading operators anymore. So we're now trying not to stop you from progression at all. The only thing you need to do is just play, earn credits, and just upgrade your operator. Um, because we disabled resources, we also disabled contracts. Uh, the primary goal for contracts was to get you to give you a way to earn materials and also upgrade your operators without playing it. So we now want you to play your operator and progress by yourself. And because we don't have materials, the contracts are also are gone. I guess we'll somehow make a new system from contracts. Maybe we'll make something with clans. We don't know for sure yet, but contracts for now are gone, and maybe we will get them in the few next updates or something like it. Um, Also, because we turned off contracts, we made the progression faster. So mm, this leads you this leads to getting your operator uh, more upgraded quickly, and you can now switch your progressions uh, with with a new currency or with a prestige, and we'll get to that a little bit later. So I guess that's all for resources and contracts. Should we go
Yeah, so I
next?
I jumped into I pulled up the progression screen here, so
Mm-hmm.
that people can kind of take a look at the non-linear progression and how they kind of have a choice in how they want their operator set up. Um, okay, so yeah, it's a lot different, as you guys know. If you're on the current build, which you are, it's just a flat line, right? You don't have any choice. The only choice you have is taking off your your sight or a laser sight, something like that. And now, as you can see here, you've got this kind of honeycomb web of different choices. There are a couple like this first level here. It's just going to give you increased base hit points. And now it's a matter of you're playing with Stern, right? Do you want to be like a crazy tank, or do you want to have a little bit more stamina so you can zoom around the map and not have to use some of those precious, I guess, stim reserves? I'm a stamina guy, so I choose that. But as you can see as we go through, I'll let Georgie talk a little bit more on that while we kind of play around with this, and you guys can see how it works firsthand. So what was kind of the thought process here? Just was to try to give players more um, of a choice, I guess, and how they wanted to
Yeah,
play.
we really wanted to give you a way to make your character more flexible to your playstyle. So now you not only choose your operator, you can also choose his upgrades, non-linear system, and also you get to choose skills. And we now removed the restriction to choose certain skills for certain roles. Now you can choose any skill for any role. So this is a very flexible system, and I guess it's more interesting than we had before. And we also have skills that are now part of progression of operators. So you have to upgrade most of the operators, all of the operators to get all the skills. Um,
One thing I'll jump in here
all,
real quick.
mhm.
So for those who have on their account right now, if you have an operator maxed out already at level 15, when you start over here, it's going to look just like this. You're going to be able to see, you're going to be at level 0, but you'll also see this icon here in the operator screen. If you see this little icon, don't worry about the text there right now. That's a placeholder. But you're going to see this icon that you have free upgrades on that operator. And this goes whether an operator is level 5, you can basically take them all the way up to level 5 for free. If they're fully maxed out, you can take them all the way up to level 15 for free. So I just wanted to interject and kind of put that out there.
Yeah, so if you had full progression of your operator or for example progression of level 6, you'll get to choose for free new upgrades for this operator.
I think it's a
There
really cool
won't be
system.
any wipe.
Yep, no
Yes,
wipes. There will be no
no
wipes,
wipe, no
people.
wipe. Don't you worry.
I think it's a
Yeah.
really cool system, and I think it gives players a lot of choice. And I know there's some naysayers that want to say there's going to be one certain meta, but um, you know, for some people they like to play a certain way, and some players just like to play PVE. To be honest with you, some people just like PVE. So there's going to be a build, for everybody, in a
Yeah,
sense.
well, we tried not to make PvP or PvE builds. We were trying to make some, I don't know, more based on what no, based on what you want from this operator, not just against bots or against players. We didn't want you to have to require you to switch upgrades if you want to go to PvV or PvP. That's why we actually have a new currency manuals that you get and you use them to switch some of your skills. We didn't want to make this new currency must go for players if you want to play PvP or PvE. So these builds are something in general. Um, they are useful and for PvP and for PvE.
So, for example, here Georgie's talking about these purple manuals here, and as you can see on this IMA, it's all the way maxed out. I've already chosen, my skills or whatever you want to call them for each level. But say I decide I want, increased ammunition load here. What I'm going to do is click on it, and change it with my manual, and then there we go. So
Yeah,
from
you actually have two ways to change your upgrades. First, you can use manuals, and then you can mm, prestige your operator. If you get to level 15, you can press prestige, and you will get +1 prestige level.
Yep.
Everybody will see it, and your progression will be reset, and you will have to upgrade your operator again. You will still have skills for your operator, so they won't reset.
So real quick before I prestige here, jumping in on the
Mhm.
skills, as you guys can see, when you, here, I'll walk them through the stern because I saw Gannon was asking about the skills. Um, that's not stern. That is bourbon. All right, so when we go in here, as you can see, I have not leveled him up, so all the skills are locked right now. But you will unlock skills at certain levels in the tree. As you can see here, level 3, you're going to unlock a skill for Stern here. When you get to level 7, another slot, 11. Now, the cool thing about the skills tab now is you can put any skill in the tab. You have one of 4 unlocked, so it doesn't matter if it's physical conditioning, protective materials, weapon systems, combat tactics. You can choose any one of those, so you're not locked behind, like a certain choice in this first box, as you guys can see. Same thing, I can go back and change um, these once I go back through with the prestige, but it gives you a fair choice of what you want in your skill to start off with. So I just thought that was a really cool idea to throw in there. And Gannon, I hope that answers your question on the fly. But yeah, let's talk about this
Yeah,
prestige a little bit real quick. I see, so for those of you, the operator loses all progress, receives a prestige level. As Georgie said, you'll be able to see it shown next to the operator's level. With prestige level, the operator gets a bonus free XP for battles. With progress reset, all operator customization items and upgrades with unlocked skills remained unchanged. So you're going to keep all your outfits, your skills, things like that. So we'll go ahead and prestige. Um, yeah, and you get some bonus XP. Do you want to kind of? I guess that can lead us down the free XP rabbit hole that we were talking a little bit before the stream.
1 second. I see the question. You can use the skills, s- multiple skills from one skill tree. So if it's a physical condition, you can choose only one. But Nick told you about the the order you choose to get them to
Yep.
set them.
So you can only choose one
Um,
category. You can't have like
yeah,
all 4 physical conditionings, um, but you can choose one from each category, and you can choose that in any order you wish. So that's the cool thing about it. But no, you can't just stack physical conditioning to answer your question.
yeah. Well, about free XP, yeah. As I said before, we now want you to progress your operators by yourself. So we decided to make free XP s- a, mm, a currency that you have to pay for to use. Um, so now you will need to pay coins or fragments uh, to use free XP. But in the first 2 weeks, the system will work as before. So you can use free XP without any additional payment. So if you want to prestige your operators, you can do it.
For sure. So yeah, so we want you guys to actually play your operators, guys. Is the point behind this? Play them,
Yeah.
gain the XP. Um, so I like it. I think it's good. And the prestige, I have not seen the prestige mark in game yet, but I'm pretty excited to actually take a look at that once we get down to the nitty gritty on the update. Um,
Let's talk about daily tasks, I guess.
yeah, yeah, we can do that. That's where I was headed actually. I was looking for my thingy. So as you guys can see, the tasks have been completely updated. Looks way different than what it did before. Several different tasks on the daily. You've got the weekly, daily. There's just a ton here, and it kind of goes by levels. And once you finish like a certain stage, you can progress on to the next. So there is buku credits in here, um, along with the weeklies. So I'll let Georgie talk a little bit more on that, and kind of yeah, what they've changed so far, because he was kind of the mission guy.
Yeah. Well, now we'll give you more rewards for quests than for just winning matches, and this allows a majority of audience to get more credits. So before, people who play a lot will get very far um, from the guys who have less time, and the majority of people have less time to play. And now we're trying not trying to equal them, but trying to get them a little bit higher to the players that play very much, very often. So we now have daily quest and weekly quest. It's a similar system to what we had before, but in a new implementation. In daily quest, we have for daily tasks, we have 5 tiers of quests with increasing difficulty. And for example, tier 4 and tier 5 are really hard quests. And if you um, if you accomplish all quests from tier 5, you'll be very professional player, I guess.
Eliminating the
And
salt bot from less than 10 meters, that's dangerous.
yeah, we got a cool task from tier 5. It's you need to kill Juggernaut bot with a pistol.
Oh, yep, I do see that now. Yep, that's worth
Yeah,
quite a lot of credits too, which is nice. I know a lot of people were concerned about the credits. Um,
yeah. You will actually earn more credits too.
it's really cool, guys. If you look here, so your stage rewards, you can see how it says 0 out of 4. So you don't need to necessarily do every single one of these tasks. From what I understand, you can pick any 4 of these tasks, do them, and you can move on to stage 2. You are
Yeah, we
still
got only premium quests, so it's an additional reward for you.
Yep. So if you have premium time, you can do these premiums. Now, if you move on to stage 2, you can still go back and do stage 1. So don't feel like you're missing out. For those of you that just want all the credits, you can come back and do those or stay on tier 1, whatever you want to do. But it just kind of gives you a little bit more of a choice in how you progress your rewards, which I think is cool, personally.
Yeah, and we also have a quest that stays every time. It's a task to collect XP and battles. And this is our new implementation of rewards and credits for just playing a game. You can um, accomplish this quest for 5, 10 times and just go then collect all the rewards. And we also have weekly quest. It's 30 quests, and you get rewards every 10 quests. And completing all these 30 quests will reward you with a manual for operator level switch.
Seeing some
And
people, they want to increase you. Okay, I've increased George, so if I need to turn him up a little bit more, please let me know, because I will.
I'm sorry.
No, no, you're fine, you're fine.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Uh, and even more, we have paid paid tasks. This is a new way to convert coins into credits. You will buy task, and after completing it, you will get credits, and this give you more credits than just converting coins into credits.
Okay, you're talking about the chartered tasks, right?
Yeah, on the
Okay,
left.
that's a really cool idea as well because I know some people like to throw their gold into coins if they don't have anything. So that's actually a really good conversion rate for these missions here, guys.
Yeah,
Um,
and for new players, we have on onboarding tasks
yep.
that will you will learn some basics of the game and get new operators for you.
I like all these. I like the changes personally. I think it's going to be really, really good, and it looks like folks are excited about them
Yeah,
too.
I guess you'll have new goals every day for this mm, after this patch, and we'll surely watch the statistics to tweak this system and give you new tasks.
I like these weekly tasks too. These are worth the stage rewards worth quite a bit of credits too. So, yeah. So there's a lot of ways to earn credits now, guys. So with the the daily tasks and the change to the economy, the upgrades are going to be a little bit more expensive credit wise, but the design team is trying to throw in a lot more ways for you guys to make credits by just playing the game, just jumping into battles, and earning XP. Really, just playing the game. So really cool stuff, and I think it's awesome. I'm excited about it, and I hope that you guys are as excited about it as I am. While we're here, not something that was on the docket, but I'm looking at containers. A lot of containers back in the current build um, came with materials. So, what are we looking at now that's in these containers?
We'll actually convert these containers, and you'll get credits from them.
Okay,
We won't need to unlock it by yourself. We will make it automatically.
okay. So yeah, all your materials that you have in your account right now will be converted over to credits. So don't feel like we're just pulling them out of your account. And like George said, in the
Yeah.
containers that you do have materials that are unopened, you'll be given kind of a base amount towards your credits as well. So good stuff. I think it's going to be really good change overall. Really excited to see that. We also have something cool to show you guys. It is the new map coming up called Oil Rig. And I'm going to jump in here and show you guys. So we've got some concept art from that, as well as some kind of live shots from within the game. And I personally have not played it yet on the test build, so I'm going to let Mr. Egor and Georgie take it away and just tell you a little bit how it plays and what their thoughts on it are, because I'm interested to hear that as well. So, Egor, you ready?
Okay, I'm the first. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the visual. Like it's the first map where there's a large space on all sides. The sea. Like before this map, we have one map. It's Object 903. There is like you can saw the sea, the horizon, but it's only one direction on the map. But in this oil platform, it's like the all you can see in all sides is just the sea, and you can saw these ships in the like on the horizon, or maybe some mountains, something like that, But the oil platform itself, it's like the metal and glass. It's look very industrial. When we're working on the map, our artists were inspired by real-life oil platforms. If someone from the audience has worked or been on such, there will be surely be able to see the familiar events. But however, the main task was to make a playing field for you, not like the real the oil platform, because like the oil platform in real life, they serve for the purpose, and there is no so much space for fighting for the operators or fighting at all. So we're creating some kind of like compromise with the real oil platform and the space for fighting for the battles. But in the gaming perspective, in the tactics, all I saw, it's like I was playing the hacking mode, and I noticed that there is possible to throw a grenade to the enemy through the special windows. They're located high enough, so that it's not very convenient to shoot an opponent through them. But at the same time, they are very convenient to throw a grenade on the enemy's head. So you need to take a closer look to the maps, to the plans or the capturing sites in the showdown, and you can see like like maybe this window I can need to throw the grenade and smoke out the enemies. So just pay attention to this. And the one little touch new on this map where we've worked how the bullets or objects works with the glass. So feel free to enjoy it, try it. Like you can shoot through the glass and you can see how this like it shatters in the way the glass shatters in real life, or very similar to that. So feel free to enjoy. It's like uh, more like real life vibe. Right now it's available only on this map, but in future we'll add this on other maps too.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks absolutely beautiful.
yeah, I'm totally agree with you. Yeah, this map feels really open. And this map is something in between the old and new Theater of War, so it's like a little teaser, what's going next in Caliber. Um, and also, this map is a little different from others. It doesn't have like classic free lines, so it's a little bit more complicated, but not too much, just to spice up the gameplay. So I also really like this map, and it has some interesting places for you to like jump off or climb. And I also really like this map, and in different game modes, it feels different. Like in Showdown, it's just interesting paths for you to sneak behind players, and in the hacking mode, there's also interesting ways to get get behind the enemy or like defend certain points. So it's a really cool map. I
Nice.
feel you will enjoy it too.
I'm excited to try it. I know everybody talks about, map design and three-lane maps, and those are cool to a point, but sometimes they get a little bit boring. And I know multi-story maps like Radar's been a really cool one because you've got to watch, not just what's in front of you, but what's above you, below you. So um, all kinds of different side angles. I think it'll be really cool. We've got some questions from the chat. Let me switch back over here to the three of us. I think these are all pretty easy to answer though. Are skills progress reset still limited to one per week? I believe that question is coming back towards the manuals. And the manuals actually. So what happens as long as you have an account right now before 0.18, you will be given 15 manuals off the start that you don't need to use. So this gives you a little bit of wiggle and play room with setting your operator up. And if you're not a fan of it, you can change it. You've got those 15 for free. You're also going to be getting these manuals in the battle pass, also level rewards, I've been told. So it's one of those that we try to find a good balance for it, and if we think that there needs to be more or less, we can always go back and change that, and that goes back to you guys hollering at myself and Egor. He's Bad Bishop. If you ever need to tag him on Discord, and I'm Scumbag Juju, just tag us and give us your feedback on that. So you'll have a little bit of wiggle room with those. Um, and coming for here's a kind of a battle pass question. Same thing. Will the manuals be available in the battle pass, and also will we
Yeah.
still be able to get small amounts of gold in the battle passes?
Yeah, stay the same. You will have an ability to collect some coins, and you will also have an ability to collect some manuals. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see one. Are the level rewards retrospective? The level rewards, from what I've been told, are not retrospective.
Yes, correct. If you like level 16, for example, and we will change reward for level 15. So sorry, but you take the reward for level 15 already. So no, we don't give you the rewards from the level previously you have.
Yep. C1. Can only new players go into the new training mode? No, anybody can go into training mode just as you normally do. Same thing with the, trying an operator in training mode. Anybody can jump in. You can also jump in with friends. So if you want to, 1v1 your friend with pistols only, you can do that, as I found out today. Somebody wants to see the new gas mask on Kaval? Okay. Let's pull it up here. There you go, guys.
Let me answer a question the guys asked
Yeah.
you in chat. Can old players get the credits and the operator after doing those tasks, or it only available for new players? The introduction tasks will be only available for players who are not playing the game before, for the new accounts. Like there's gonna be some little restrictions, like if you level 10, you will have some of them, but if you level, like, again, 16, 30, no matter, you can't acquire the 4 operators or do the tasks because they are for new players.
I think that's all I see. Anybody else got any questions before we call it a day? Or, is there anything that I'm missing that you guys think we should mention, Georgie or Egor?
Well, I see the question, something like, will we get an ability to collect some coins from events, not only from Battle Pass? Small matter. Yeah. Well, we actually added some coins for the level progression system. And also it's now 100 levels, not 80, and we'll have new rewards for these 100 levels.
Nice. You can nerd out harder, baby. 'Cause
The
I had a
motivation pops up and pumping in the ears.
So I said I had a blast with the Victory Day PvE event. Can we expect another Victory Day or historical mode like that one?
Watch for the news.
It was the World War II Victory Day event.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. He's asking if we can expect more stuff kind of like that in the future.
Well, I don't know, it was pretty cool.
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was
George,
really
you do a
fun.
little wink, maybe, like,
Yeah,
or
wink,
not
wink,
the
wink,
wink.
nudge, nudge. Any new elite skin sneak peeks we can see? I showed you guys the IMA, but I can't show. I can't show too much.
I might it's epic skin.
IMA
So
is the
it's not like
epic,
elite,
yeah.
so
Maybe the car. What's the Karavai? Can I show off the Karavai one?
I guess yes, you can show
Yeah.
them.
All right. We'll show.
I will answer another question. How will you get the manuals apart from the free 15? You can take the one manual each week if you complete the weekly quest, the last part of the weekly quest. If you done 30 tasks in the weekly tab, you can acquire one. It's like the regular basis way to collect the instructions. As we said a little bit earlier, you can acquire them like through battle passes, more like some kind of events, maybe marathon. So you can acquire them, but not right now and not in amount you want right now.
When is the 0.18 update? Very soon, guys. Very soon. I'll have something up at the end of the stream that will show you guys the date. So don't worry. You're not gonna have to wait too long. Wink, wink. Still no Plute epic skin.
You just wait.
That's awesome. Tibet deserves some new drip. Yeah, you guys want your Belarusian legendaries. I know you guys do. That's funny. I think that's all that does it on my end. I mean, anything that you guys think we're missing or should mention before we go?
I guess we should mention that this update is really big and in some way experimental. So if we have some troubles, if you have some troubles with this version, just please write to support, and we'll watch the statistics, we'll watch bug reports, and try to fix everything we can as far as we can, as fast as we can.
For sure.
So yeah, I think you may see some maybe I don't know, overpowered maybe operators, but just report us and we'll try to tweak them.
For sure. I just realized I was not showing you guys the actual skins. You guys were looking at our faces. So, I'm going to show you the skins now. And I've been told that Karavai is clear to show by Mr. Andre himself. So, here's a Karavai skin. It looks really cool, actually. I like that. I'm interested to see how the site looks. And I know somebody had asked for Kaval and his gas mask. Let me go back to him here. I'll show you guys that, too. That's that old school Russian style gas mask. I think I have one of them somewhere, like in a in a closet, just hanging out.
Guys, maybe we should drop the information about the new operators. What do you think? Like, little sneak peek, not so much. Maybe name the unit we will add to the game.
Little sneak peek or
Little sneak peek.
little sneak peek.
Let's just make some little words, and that's no not much because we talk about the changes here, but we will add something new too, new content. We're already saying about the battle pass, so yes, the battle pass means the new collection of the operators. So the should I make it loud? I don't know. Maybe we need to cover this up and like make some shady faces. Like, no, we don't know. We don't tell you about it. But okay, let's talk about. We spoiled it a little bit in the Russian version of this stream. I will say it. Okay, this this gonna be the new the unit with 4 females. Yes, you can play the girls again, and the name of the unit is. Actually, I'm a little scared. I'm think I'm gonna have some rich messages from the devs after I saying it, but okay, we spoiled it in some way. The name of the platoon will be CST. I think you can Google it, you can find it. Maybe some of them, some of you know this platoon, so it's on you for find them and maybe make some imagination work for how they're gonna be looking or what they're gonna do in the game. Maybe they roles, I don't know.
I want to remind you that we're not only releasing new operators, this also means that we're releasing 4 new skills.
Oh yeah, new skills in the special abilities. Those are always fun.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty excited about this because this update will change the, let's call it meta, how the players call it, about the caliber. So because your new skills, you can use every skills, not locked restricted on the class. For example, I don't know, some heavy armory on the assaults, on the medics, something like this. So I'm excited about this. Very curious about what players can do, how they create the new meta.
I'm excited. I haven't tried them yet. I've only seen the concepts and I've seen the models and everything, but I haven't tried them in any of the test builds yet. So I'm gonna just at this point I'm just gonna wait till it drops, and I'm gonna be like everybody else and be like, "Woo, new operators!" So I'm excited for that. Um,
And I see somebody says that he didn't expect new skills. So not only we're releasing new skills with a new collection, we're actually releasing new skills with old characters, because every character has its own unique skill. We took the skills we had before and just put them on put them in different progressions of different operators, and we actually had less skills than operators, so we created new ones. So there will be very much stuff you will have to just watch and see and learn.
Okay, this like the related question in the chat about the progression and so on. Does this mean that the Chinese operators will be available for credits in 0.18? No, the Chinese operators will not be available, but all other collections of operators and included AMF will be available for credits. There's gonna be like 3 different prices for the operators, like so you need to just, if you want to buy, for example, Sokol, you don't take them from the rotation we do every week. So you can buy the operators you want right now and so unlock his skill, his personal skill.
yeah, I
Maybe
saw
some.
another one here. Yeah, so from what I've been told, and George, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. The newest operators will be available only for gold slash in the battle pass, right? You can, just like the other battle pass, you can buy the stories. So if you only want the assault and the sniper, you can do that. You don't have to worry about the medic and the
Yeah.
support. If you want all four, you can buy them at a discount.
Yes.
The
Absolutely.
operators that have come in the past will be sold for credits. So just the newest of the new is going to be in the battle pass. So
Yeah.
um, Andre's hollering at me here real quick. Hang on. So yeah, and I'd mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. As far as this update goes and how massive it is, and I know George had mentioned there may be, some bugs attached to it, and we're well aware of that. This is an absolute overhaul of the game. If I can make it any more clear, this is, um, rebuilding the game from the ground up at this point with the economy, and also with the operator progression. It's going to be a completely different meta, and even we aren't sure how the meta is going to fall. So you guys are here to play and help us, and please be vigilant with your feedback, and let us know what you like and what you don't like. We accept any and all forms of feedback as long as you come in and say, I don't like this because of this. We'll accept that any day of the week. Just don't come in and say, this sucks, because then we just throw it out the window. But we expect, you know, a lot of changes and a lot of feedback, so please give us your feedback. And yeah, the rebalance. I know you guys have been waiting for a rebalance patch that we talked about, and this is it for now. This is a complete rebalance of the game.
Yeah.
So
And for excuse me if I interrupt you.
yeah, go ahead.
Um, we actually asked our active community players to help us out with this rebalance, and we took their response, their thoughts on the operators, and we actually rebalanced this one keeping in mind what they wanted. And there's also a question: can we test new operators if we didn't have the premium pass in the training mode? You will have an ability to test your operator uh, even from battle pass. Before you buy, you can test this operator and see if you like it or not.
That's awesome. That's a good question. I didn't think about that. That's a really good
You don't
question.
need like the premium pass, premium account. No, you just hop into the game, choose the operator you want to test, and just test it. No big deal. Just only in training mode, of course. You can play it in like another game mode and progress it. So
Imagine some guy he doesn't wanna buy any operators, so he just plays training mode by himself with all the operators.
Very interesting gameplay, but I recommend to buy the operators and
Yeah.
try them into the game. So it's
We
gonna be more fun than this.
we've also got some other big news coming for the U.S. guys. We've got U.S. servers that are coming. Should be next week, give or take. I know they're getting them fired up as we speak. So just hold tight about a week. I would say 2 weeks at the max, and they will be up. And what I know in the past there was issues where if there weren't enough players on the U.S. server, you were just kind of stuck, right? So the way this is now going to work is it's going to try to localize you. So I live in the U.S. for an example. It's going to localize me on a U.S. server. When I go to search for a game, it's going to try to find a game with other people on the U.S. server. If it is not finding a game, what it's going to do is it's going to migrate you over to a server that has the population to launch a game. So it may take a minute or so, but you will get into a game. Just know that the U.S. server will be up. So invite all your friends, your family, your girlfriends, your wives, whatever.
Your
Tell them
your
to come
dog.
play. Yeah, tell them all to come play. Yeah, the dog Mia back here in the background, she might come play. So that's really cool news. I know a lot of the U.S. guys were complaining about wanting U.S. servers, so they will be back and come play because I'll be on them. I'll be on them. So what else we got? Any news about the game going on Steam? No news on Steam. Also, no news on console. I know we get hit up with console questions a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I myself am a native console gamer, so I would love to see Caliber on console one day. If or when that happens, I can't tell you, and nobody here can tell you. So, um,
I wanna introduce something more. We talked 2 times about how this update will be big, but I wanna highlight some changes. Like you can see some changes, like the new progression, new task, and so on and so on. But there's gonna be some changes we make in the like players call it the engine of the game. We make some changes in the engine. For example, there is change. Some windows will be opens the faster, more or some updates in the game. They connect with the server not in the battle but in the menu. For example, they will come faster. And the changes, the general direction of the changes in the engine of the game, we making to improve the games in the way the players want. For example, there's like the Russian speaking players, for example, asking for the clan system and so on and so on. So we making some changes in the game right now in 0.18.2. They will give us the tools to create such system and more. So stay tuned for the news. We will be adding something in the game you wanted. Maybe you not want it, but it's gonna be interesting for you. So the changes we're making, not all of them you can see. You can feel something, but something you can't see and feel right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have more new stuff coming soon. Stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned.
I'm trying to get if Andre is in the chat. I know I pinged him. Can I spoil something, Andre? Wink, wink. One thing. Putting you on the hook right now.
We're gonna wait
I'm
for
gonna
the other
wait.
to respond.
Yay or
Maybe
nay?
something, maybe something questions I can answer too.
Oh, oh, he's
Uh,
typing. He's typing.
very,
No,
very interesting. What's
no,
the
we wait.
stand? No.
Okay, all right. So I am allowed to spoil this, but side note, there will be a video with like more info and showing you kind of what's going on. But one of my favorite operators, Mr. Vidar, is feeling very Christmassy, holiday, whatever you want lately, and he has this super badass new skin. Um, turn this on. All right, look at this skin, guys. Like this, pardon my French, is fucking awesome. Like, just look at it in all its glory, man. So yeah, there'll be a full on release of this skin, kind of showing you guys what it's about. Proper release, I guess I should say. So apologies to my colleagues for spoiling it, but Andre said it was fine. So yeah, I think it looks badass. So
Very
excited.
winter mood skin.
Yeah. I might not ever take it off. This is probably one of my favorite skins.
Look at
Um,
those gloves.
he said something about the mittens will be fixed a little bit, but it is cool. I did play a little bit on the test server when you're running around like you reload and stuff. The mittens flop around and it's pretty fun. So put you in the holiday mood. Isaac, your favorite Swedish op. See, you're gonna have to get this skin then. But yeah, I mean that's all I got. We've talked through pretty much everything I could think of other than boosters now. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Boosters now, long awaited. You guys have asked for it. They can now be turned on and off. So, yeah, if you're not feeling very sweaty that day and you just kind of want to play casual, you can leave your boosters off. If you're on a super hard grind for an operator, feel free to turn them
No,
on.
we actually remade this system, so you will actually don't need to make this decision, are you sweaty or not you're sweaty. Now these boosters just have a capacity, and you don't have to play like Onslaught Legend to get the most of this booster. You'll have just a set capacity of this booster, and you will just empty it, and it will get removed. So I don't even know any reason why you would disable this. But if you want, you can remove these boosters for now. But you don't have to make a decision how you want to play, which game mode you want to play. This will give you a certain boost for your operator as long as the capacity of booster isn't emptied, isn't empty.
Makes sense. I think it's a good change. I know people had seen quite a bit of, that has been asked of us to, be able to turn them on or off. So just gives people another choice in how they play the game. So I think it's a good one. Hitman says we should get negative damage. We should get damage resist against fire with the frosty costume. I like that.
Yeah, nice idea.
Let's just mention one more. Like, if you're watching the stream, but you'd maybe hear of some topics for the first time, uh, be free to open our official website, playcaliber.com. And on this website, in the news, you can find the topics we created about the updates in the game. Like, you can read, for example, we adding the new map oil platform, but at the same time, we worked old map. Right now it's the village map. So we reworked and added a new updated version in the PvP modes, in hacking and showdown. So feel free to enjoy. You can read it. You can saw some interactions. You can see how the new progression is gonna work. How you need to put some buttons and so on, so on. So, and after that, if you have some questions, already feel free to enjoy. Ask the Nick, ask me in the Discord. You can have the Facebook, the Twitter. So you can ask whenever you want, whenever you're comfortable with the platform you're comfortable with. So I hope you don't have so much questions after this stream or after the topics you can read on the website.
Yeah, all you PvP guys, check out new village. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. There's been some map changes. new maps coming out. It's a complete rework of the economy from the ground up, which is totally going to shake up, the balance with the non-linear progression, new tasks. There's a lot to unpack in this update. So, yeah, anything you guys love or don't love, definitely let us know. We love hearing all of it, and just want to thank you guys for joining in on the stream. Um, Glad we got the bitrate issue fixed out this time, and it's all nice and crispy, and everybody's happy. So, um, but I think that's probably gonna do it for the three of us. So, you boys want to bid everybody farewell?
Yeah, thanks for joining us. See you in the battle.
Cheers, guys. See you on the battlefield.